those bad days, right? When we're just stressed out about something, we just want to lay in bed all day and hope all those problems go away by themselves. But do you sometimes feel that those emotions are taking over your days, weeks, or even months? When you don't have the strength to get out of bed, go to school, or work, or shower, or eat? Or do you see your friends and family behaving that way on a day-to-day basis? If you're feeling like this, you might think to yourself, oh, I don't want to be a burden to the people close to me, or it's just a phase, it will go eventually, or something similar to that. That's when you're going to feel like your life is going downhill with everything crashing down behind you, because these are the signs and symptoms of unstable mental health, and that is the time when it's time to reach out for help. When I personally felt this way, I only told one of my friends, and that friend didn't really even know what to do or how to help me. So, after an unbearing and horrible 3 years of suffering, I finally told my therapist that I want to die, and that I was planning to do it soon. Of course, she told my parents, and my parents sent me out to a crisis center, which is more well known as a mental hospital in VIS. I stayed there for almost 3 weeks, barely eating 2 meals per day, and sleeping double the time I would at home, and having to constantly confess to what I did when I felt sad. But the reason I'm saying this is to tell you that although it was a difficult experience, it benefited me a lot. I made lots of friends that I could relate to and talk to. I had a lot of time and space to think about how to improve my life, and I finally received the help that I needed all these years. So, a couple weeks or months of suffering, which are not necessarily a mental hospital, lead to the rest of your life slowly getting better and better. According to Children's Mental Health website, 1 in 3 children aged 3 to 17 have depression. There is also lots of evidence that proves that depression and anxiety have increased from 5.4 to 8.4% just from 2003 to 2012. Lastly, only 6 in 10 children are receiving proper treatment for anxiety and 8 in 10 for depression. This is because of the stress that today's schools and teachers put on the students, especially during this quarantine. Some symptoms you may experience include lack of sleep or need to sleep more than usual, strange eating habits that you have not had before, such as overeating or undereating, distancing yourself from your friends and family, losing all motivation to do anything, and losing interest in your all-time beloved hobbies. Of course, everyone's experiences are different, and everyone reacts to these things differently. From my personal experience, it's laying in bed all day, staring at the ceiling, hoping, praying that the feeling of loneliness goes away by itself. That's why it's really important to think of solutions to your own personal problems. So, my idea is to talk about mental health more. I mention it in classes like homeroom, what to do and how to act if you or someone you know feels this way. Also, for teachers to take the mental health of students more seriously and respect it more than completing work. As someone who has diagnosed clinical depression, I cannot focus on my work in school unless I know that when I have my downtimes, my teachers will understand and they will give me more time to complete my work. If this is achieved in a school, more and more people will realize that what they are feeling is needed to be treated by a professional, such as a psychologist or, in some cases, a psychiatrist. But where the person is not attending school, well, the most important thing to do when you know that someone around you is feeling like this is to talk to them. Don't leave them on thin ice that is about to break and the freezing waters are about to swallow them into the depths. Tell them how much you love them, appreciate them, and trust them. Tell them that it will get better and that they will feel better in the future. Tell them that you're proud of them, even if they showered, completed a small piece of homework, or went out on a walk. No matter how big or small your achievement is, tell them that you're proud of them for doing it. It is also extremely important that you direct them to someone who has more experience in the field, such as a psychologist, a school counselor, even their own parents. So, in conclusion, mental health issues have been rapidly increasing over a short period of time. But as I said, not all hope is lost, and there are many ways to improve this and help people, not only in VIS, but all around the world to feel better. The new us means reaching out for help, getting yourself in a better place than where you are now. The new us is standing against all odds, stereotypes, and expectations, and doing what you think is best for yourself and others around you. The new us is knowing that everything will be okay. Thank you.